So, Milind, running fitness is okay, but I think the importance of healthy living,
Yeah.
because we are staying in this age of adulterated foods and all.
Yeah.
So, if you throw some light on the importance of healthy living.
I mean, if you want to have a good life, the most important thing is health. Not only physical health, but also mental health. So I think what you need to do is just observe yourself, whatever your age is, and see what are your weaknesses and what are your strengths. Make an evaluation. Nobody has to tell you. You can evaluate yourself what are your own strengths and weaknesses, mentally, physically, emotionally, whatever it is. And whatever weaknesses you observe, work on those weaknesses. Because eventually, those weaknesses will pull you down if you don't work on them. Your strengths are okay, strengths will continue, but your weaknesses you need to focus on, you need to put the effort on them. And that is the overall meaning of good health. That you're mentally, you understand what the situation is in your mind, in your body, and you work on the weaknesses.
Would you like to add something on that?
For me, like you said about adulterated food and things like that. Of course, while we were growing up, it was much less, and now it's becoming more and more. So, of course, we should learn how to read the label. We should be able to figure out what is good for us, what is bad for us, and that comes from. It will start with the parents. The parents have to be educated enough to educate their children what is good for them, what is bad for them. But at the end of the day, it will be the children who will be making the call. So if they see that parents are setting a good example, they will follow it. So we have to make sure that we consume less of those bad things and more of the good things, so that even the children can follow the same thing.
Milind, post pandemic, we realize the importance of mental health. Really, people are talking more about it. The importance of mental health in today's time, especially young generation. They're so much into
when
gadgets.
we talk about health, mental health, physical health, emotional health, I think mental health is the most important because that is where your will and discipline comes from. So when you have will and discipline and also the idea of what you want for yourself in your life, that also comes from the mind. Not really the emotions, not the body, but from the mind, from an analysis. कि this is what I want for myself. ये मैं चाहता हूँ मेरी लाइफ में ये ऐसा ऐसा होना चाहिए. मैं ऐसा बनना चाहता हूँ. मुझे ऐसा बनना चाहिए. Then you take the decision on what you need to do to achieve that. So that is something that's very important we need to think about. So when you talk about mental health, this is the meaning of mental health, that you are able to first understand what is important, prioritize what is important, and make the right choices to achieve what is important.
And the last question to Ankita, we see nowadays girls also neglect their health, their fitness. They are especially the housewives and thing. They are
Yes.
more focused on the family and kind of neglect their health. How important is to prioritize their health?
It is so important. I mean, I understand as women, we are taught and we are. It is innate in us to take care of everybody. It's not just taught, but it comes naturally to us that we want to take care of everybody, and there's nothing wrong with it. Please do take care of everybody, but also please take care of yourself, because if you fall sick, who will take care of them in the first place? If you really are thinking about them, but prioritize yourself so that you can be fit, so that you wouldn't need anybody else to take care of you, and give yourself that 15-20 minutes. There is no guilt associated with it. Please do not feel guilty for taking out time for yourself. Prioritize yourself, and you'll be happy, and everybody else around you will stay happy.
Thank you so much.